Baek Joong-Hyuk once stood at the absolute peak of Murim, wielding such overwhelming might that thousands of martial artists who dared oppose him were cut down, their spilled blood flowing like a river across the land. That day, the entire world bowed to the truth. The heavenly demon cult had conquered and ruled over all of Murim. But now, everything feels diminished. He finds himself forced to move back and forth just to deal with what he dismisses as nothing more than worthless street rats. After ending their lives and leaving the ground stained red, he orders Hans to summon the guards, report the incident, and send men to clear away the mess. Standing there with his hands soaked in blood, he looks at his own body with bitter disappointment, muttering that it is utterly useless, barely holding any inner energy at all, and what little power it has flows sluggishly and poorly, a pitiful shadow of the strength he once possessed. Still covered in blood from the fight, Baek Joong-Hyuk stands firm, his mind already racing with plans. He knows he must quickly gather information and perform the skeletal metamorphosis technique to rebuild a solid foundation for his power. A nervous man calls him young master, while another bruised, bandaged local steps forward to thank him profusely for saving his life. Baek brushes the gratitude aside, cold and direct, making sure the man understands he acted not out of kindness, but simply to punish the Bloodfong gang for breaking the law, and warns him that he is not exempt from the rules either. He demands the whole truth, threatening that one lie will cost him his tongue. Terrified, the man obeys, explaining how his parents borrowed money from Bloodfong to buy farmland, confident they could pay it back once the harvest sold, until the gang betrayed them and ruined everything, leaving him beaten and desperate. His voice shakes with rage as he curses the group that destroyed his family's livelihood. The Bloodfong gang destroyed every last crop his family had planted. Also, they could force the debt to grow and seize what little his family owned. He learned later their true goal was his young sister. They wrecked their livelihood just to leave them with no choice but to give her up. Tears stream down his bruised face as he cries out how unfair it is. His family never harmed anyone or asked for favors, yet they were crushed anyway. Falling to his knees, he begs desperately, pleading for at least his sister to be saved. Watching him, Baek Joong-Hyuk feels a strange, sharp familiarity. Those burning, determined eyes remind him of the Mad Demon, one of the legendary 4 heavenly kings he once knew, whom he also met in a rundown, forgotten place just like this. He asks the young man's name and Kevin answers. Baek turns to leave, promising he will check every word later and make sure everything that happened today is properly settled, leaving Kevin to hope that help has finally arrived. Kevin calls out his gratitude, his voice thick with emotion, while Baek Joong-Hyuk walks away silently, already sensing that their meeting was not just a chance encounter. That fate seems to have tied their paths together for a long time to come. Far away, inside a graceful carriage rolling across the land,